Number 1. The Joker is a war veteran. The Joker is a war veteran, this theory claims. His scars, tactics, and love of escalation track like training that mutated off duty. The makeup reads as camouflage. The coat hides tools the way a vest hides kit. He moves like someone who learned to live on the edge of a blast radius. How does a clown run precision ops? Heist first. The bank job uses tight timing and compartmented crews. Each robber knows one step, then gets cut, like a cell that burns clean. He keeps operational security, yet adapts in contact. That's doctrine, not whim. Fans point to rapid field dressing after beatdowns, the shifting origin stories used as psyops, and IED-style wiring on his charges. The convoy ambush is pure guerrilla, RPG to cripple, choke point control, lateral fire. He calls himself Chaos, but he sets rules and breaks morale. Analysts note a Glasgow smile that echoes battlefield trauma. In the precinct, he probes pressure points, times breath, and uses a knife to torture, not shoot, to extract and instill fear. The twist reveals the clown act hides a trained insurgent. Once you see a campaign, not madness, every move clicks. If strategy hides beneath a mask, what about a hero who might be a mask himself? Number 2. Ferris Bueller is just Cameron's projection. Ferris Bueller is a figment of Cameron's imagination. This theory claims. The coolest kid in school isn't a person. He's a pressure valve Cameron builds Ferris to survive a home ruled by an angry father and his own spiraling dread. That's why Ferris glides while Cameron freezes. Why does Ferris ace every move while Cameron stalls? Ferris never pays for anything. Detention threats vanish. Adults fold. Meanwhile, the plot's real stakes sit in Cameron's house, not Ferris's. The Ferrari is the fuse, and Cameron's the bomb. Fans point to Ferris's fourth wall asides as the tell. He talks to you because he lives in Cameron's head. He bends teachers, charms Sloane, and somehow lands a parade float. All of it looks like wish fulfillment built to yank Cameron out of bed. Cameron's sickbed reads like depression. Ferris appears to unlock action. Steal the car, leave town, risk joy. Sloane fits the fantasy too, an ideal partner who always affirms, aligned with Cameron's needs more than Ferris's growth. The twist reveals Ferris as Cameron's reckless voice, fearless, charming, bulletproof. So Cameron can act. The day off becomes therapy, not truancy. If the friend is a phantom, what happens when the Candyman is a predator? Number 3. Willy Wonka is a serial killer. Willy Wonka is a serial killer, this theory claims. The golden tickets don't open a tour. They route kids to a kill box where Vice decides fate. He smiles, then he sorts. Are the accidents too clean? Oompa Loompas pop in on cue with custom songs, as if the verses were cued in a playbook. No parents call police, no alarms, just choreography and a moral. Augustus gulps from a river and gets vacuumed up a pipe. Violet grabs the toxic gum and swells. Veruca screams for a golden goose and drops as a bad egg. Mike lunges for the TV ray and shrinks. Each room fits the flaw. Each device fits the lesson. Wonka watches with dead-eyed legalese, covered by that waiver no one reads. The tunnel of nightmares primes the group, then the locked contract speech seals consent. Pathways funnel choices so the worst option is the only option. Fans note the OSHA nightmare layout, and the chorus of rehearsed verdicts. That looks like design, not chance. The twist reveals Charlie's prize as succession by trauma. He wins because the others are culled. The factory doubles as candy in court, where sentences come with a melody. If a candy kingdom hides a trap, what if a whole studio hides a single story? Number 4. The Pixar universe is all connected. The Pixar universe is one long timeline. This theory claims magic starts the clock, mutates matter, and AI ends up running the world. The question is whether that's cute Easter eggs or a spine that holds all the films in one arc. Why do a pizza truck, a Luxo ball, and By and Large keep showing up if not to link cause and effect? Brave opens the door. The Witch and Living Wood set rules where objects can wake up. That spark spreads. Toys think. Bugs organize. One day, machines take over the roads and you get cars. Corporate power grows too. By and Large seeds the world you meet in Wall-E. The Witch's portals and Sully's doors work like the same transit system, just skinned for genre. Pixar acknowledged playful connectedness in 2017, and fans built a rough chronology. Magic to sentience to AI to post-human Earth. Then a return to myth, logos, cameos, and shared props read like breadcrumbs, not gags. It's a food chain. The twist reveals a rise and fall saga of intelligence under every movie. One studio, one metabolism, many species. If a studio connects everything, What if one boy connects a whole saga inside his mind? Number 5. Harry Potter is all in Harry's mind. Harry Potter invents Hogwarts as a coping fantasy, this theory claims. An abused child turns every blow into destiny. The cupboard under the stairs becomes a warm dorm. A letter crowns him special. A wand turns fear into skill. Why does a neglected boy gain royal status and endless do-overs? Adults fail loudly, yet he clears each crisis cleanly. Enemies mirror private fears and then wait for school breaks to strike. It reads neat because the mind edits pain. Fans point to Dudley's bullying reframed as Draco, the scar's pain as trauma made visible, and Dumbledore as the gentle grandfather he never had. Death softens at the edges. A mirror offers reunion. Phoenix tears undo the worst. Wish fulfillment piles up. Found family, latent talent, a prophecy that says the hurt was for a reason. Psych readings note the pattern and the epilogue's tidy family ideal as closure. Even side notes fit the trauma lens. Neville's poor memory tied to wounds too heavy to hold. The twist reveals Hogwarts as a fortress built by a child. If every spell is a defense, the saga becomes survival. When identity flexes like that, a legendary spy can flex even harder. Number 6. James Bond is just a code name. James Bond is a code name, this theory claims. Not one man, but a label passed down. That's why faces shift, ages reset, and backstories bend without alarm. The name and number stay. The tone swings from suave to bruised, and yet MI6 still calls him 007. How do you square decades of different habits and histories? You treat Bond like a post, not a person. The audience accepts recasts with almost no in-world shock. That silence is the tell. The job absorbs the contradictions. Fans point to graves and memorials that hint at other timelines. They note M and Moneypenny rotate while the legend persists. Skyfall almost cast Sean Connery as Kincaid, a wink that would fold eras together. Director talk around that idea shows the franchise knows the metagame. The theory argues MI6 mythologizes a role. Train an agent. Give him the legend. Hand him the suit, the Walther, the name. If he falls, another takes the number simple. It reframes gadgets and glamour as the brand kit for a repeatable asset. The twist reveals 007 as a mantle. If a name is a system, a prison can be a system too. Number 7. The Matrix isn't the first simulation. The Matrix's real world is another layer, this theory claims. It explains why Neo bends rules outside the code. He drops sentinels with a thought. He senses fields he shouldn't sense. The system still answers to him. How does that happen if he's unplugged? Prophecy and control loops feel engineered beyond one grid. The architect describes cycles of Zion, reset after reset. The oracle nudges choice, but only inside rails. Guidance that looks kind, yet serves structure. Fans point to Neo's powers bleeding into the ship corridor in the fields. That reads like nested control. The machines don't just harvest bioelectricity, they harvest belief faith keeps the loop stable. Break the faith, and the loop fails. Research into simulation theory backs stacked realities. One sim can sit inside another like boxes. Visual cues line up. Green tint for the Matrix, blue for reality. But both lean on coded symmetry and deterministic design. The pattern repeats, just with new wallpaper. The twist reveals victory as parole, not freedom. Liberation becomes another controlled variable. If power hides behind glass, what glows inside Marcellus Wallace's briefcase? Number 8. Pulp Fiction's briefcase holds a soul. Marcellus Wallace's soul sits in that briefcase, this theory claims. The glow explains the hush. Every face softens when it opens. No one asks price. They just accept awe. Why the 666 code on the lock? Why the fresh bandage on the back of Marcellus's neck? Why do you know it's priceless without a single line saying so? The film plants those cues and walks away. Fans point to that bandage as a folklore mark for soul extraction. The light hits like mythic treasure, not cash. And Jules's Ezekiel speech frames the job as a moral transaction, not a pickup. It sounds like he's guarding something sacred. Tarantino stays coy and calls it a MacGuffin. He invites guesses. Still, the religious framing and the henchman's reverence align too well. The theory argues the case holds metaphysical debt, something taken that must be paid back. The twist reveals why Jules calls what happens divine intervention. If the case carries a soul, that moment reads literal. Redemption is the real score. The briefcase stops being loot and becomes a test of fate. Objects decide reality. A top spins, or maybe a ring does. Number 9. The totem fell in Inception. The totem fell, this theory claims. The last scene is real because the real totem isn't the top. It's the ring. The film sets a rule. If someone else handles your totem, it fails. Cobb uses Mal's top. That makes it a decoy, not a compass. The top spins and wobbles, then cut. But why does the movie teach you to doubt it? Because the ring does the real work. Fans point to costume continuity across the whole film. Ring on in dreams. Ring off in real life. Mal appears when he wears it. She vanishes when he doesn't. That pattern never breaks. Breakdowns chart every scene. The ring toggles with state. The editor holds the cut at the wobble to keep doubt alive, but the prop logic resolves it. The theory argues Nolan plants rules, then guides your eye to the wrong object. The top belonged to Mal, so it can't speak for Cobb. The twist reveals the top as misdirection. The ring is the totem. In the final reunion, his hand is bare. No ring. He's home. If identities double, one street vendor in Agrabah might be more than a salesman. Number 10. The genie and the merchant are the same person. The genie is the merchant in disguise, this theory claims. The opening seller isn't random. He narrates Aladdin as his own legend, priming you to see the lamp as more than metal. Why do they share the same voice and the same manic rhythm? Because it's the same performer behind both. And why does the merchant have 4 fingers like the genie, while most humans in the film don't? The model echoes the magic, not the street. Fans point to the identical improv cadence, the blue-tinged trinkets spread on his rug, and how the merchant handles the lamp with reverence. He knows the terms, he knows the power. He sets the tale to sell you on Aladdin's worth, like a freed genie paying tribute to the kid who freed him. Beloved heroes turn into masks, villains, and coping stories when you follow the clues instead of the smiles. The meaning isn't fixed, you build it. Fans change perspective and the film changes back, like a lens snapping to a new focus. Hunt the small stuff. Props, contracts, and throwaway lines reshape a whole arc. The next time a film tells you who the hero is, check the contracts, the rings, and the glow. Those details don't whisper, they confess.